Hi, welcome back to Car Info Project channel. The first Amarok was designed and manufactured by Volkswagen. However, the second-generation model, which debuted last year, is a part of a larger partnership between Ford and Volkswagen to develop trucks and light vans together. The Amarok is priced and positioned above the Ranger, yet it shares the Ranger's ladder frame chassis, suspension, and power plants. In Europe, where we took the Amarok for a drive, only the double cab model is available. The single cab model is available in some markets, like England. There is a strong preference for diesel engines in the Range. There are several locations that sell a 2.3-liter EcoBoost gas engine with turbocharger, but not in Europe. The standard engine is a 2.0-liter, 4-cylinder, turbo diesel with 168 horsepower that is coupled to a manual gearbox with 6 speeds. Above this, a twin-turbocharged variant of the same engine produces 202 horsepower and comes equipped with a 10-speed automated transmission. The 3.0-liter V6 diesel with 237 horsepower and turbocharger, which is actually the same legendary JLR Ford Peugeot engine that powered the previous generation Range Rover Td6, sits at the top of the range. In addition to a low-range transfer case and 4-wheel drive, the 3.0-liter engine and all European models also come equipped with an electrically locking rear differential. Switchgear nerds will enjoy themselves in the Amarok's cabin, identifying which partner provided the different parts. Despite the Amarok's unusual dashboard, Volkswagen's designers created a very Ford-like layout, with a sizable portrait-oriented touchscreen sandwiched between two bulky air vents. Soft-touch door panels and other plusher interior materials are featured on the Amarok. Ford makes the gear selector, light switches, and column stalks. However, the Amarok features a Volkswagen steering wheel and a novel circular controller for the various powertrain modes. The physical heating controls found on the Ranger are likewise absent from the Amarok, which now regulates ventilation and temperature via a touchscreen. The Amarok with the 2.0-liter twin-turbo diesel engine that we drove was the mid-range style model. Even while it falls just short of the top of the lineup, our vehicle nevertheless cost about $64,700, VAT included, which is almost $10,000 less than the most costly 3.0-liter Aventura model. To put things in perspective, the UK pricing are roughly $4,000 more than the comparable Ford Ranger in each scenario. Power seats, a 360-degree video system, adaptive LED headlights that may change their pattern to not blind oncoming drivers, and adaptive cruise control with a lane-keeping feature are among the good equipment levels that one would expect for that price. The feeling of driving is a lot like that of the Ranger. The Amarok's rear leaf springs provide a bumpy ride on all but the smoothest roads when the vehicle is not loaded, but the dampers effectively stop undesired secondary motions. While adding a few hundred pounds of bagged gravel to the bed lessened the choppiness, it also made the Amarok more susceptible to being pushed off course by bigger bumps. This was far less than the style model's maximum payload capacity of up to 2,377 pounds. The Amarok has outstanding refinement for a pickup, even with its active suspension. It can travel at highway speeds with little wind or road noise, and the seating position is pleasant for extended periods of time. Although our truck was equipped with Goodyear Wrangler tires suited for mud and snow, they were unable to provide much traction on the damp, cold asphalt. Despite this, the steering is precise and free of slop. Frequently, extremely restricted. Luckily, the Amarok's lengthy 128.7-inch wheelbase means that when rear-wheel grip is lost in tight turns, slow-motion slides tend to occur. When four-wheel drive was selected, the handling balance was altered to understeer, but the traction was improved. Volkswagen says the Amarok can tow up to 721 pounds. But we didn't try it. The twin-turbo diesel engine of the Amarok thrives in the lower rev zone, where the automated transmission likes to hold it. The engine can travel at 70 mph without exceeding the torque peak of 368 lb-ft, which is attainable at just 1750 rpm due to the tallness of the transmission's higher ratios. Harder acceleration requests typically result in several downshifts, while the transmission adjusts its ratios, making the engine more recalcitrant and noisy the harder it is pressed. The Amarok's engine reaches its limiter at 4,500 rpm and won't even go there unless you manually operate the transmission, even though it has a digital tachometer with a 6,000 rpm indicator. Even with the kickdown switch engaged, it consistently shifted before 4,000 rpm when left in drive. VW claims a top speed of 112 mph and a runtime of 10.5 seconds to reach 62 mph.